Welcome all to the newest segment here on the channel, something we like to call Nexus News, bringing you all things HOTS bundled up in a nice little package. Today I'm joined by fellow HOTS enthusiast and co-host, Zeno.
Hello!
Hello! Today we'll be going over all the things from all the newest changes from the Blizzcon that was released this weekend. So, what do you want to talk about first? A lot of stuff here.
Man, let's talk about them role changes, boy. That's the one I'm most excited for.
The role changes. So, as you guys know, or don't know, the role changes now are tank, support, specialist, and the hell's the other one? Assassin. The most important one.
But,
yeah, I was about to say.
But they're changing it to make it. They're getting rid of specialist. Let's start that off right now.
My favorite role.
So they're doing away with specialists to better kind of like influence other roles, because specialists are kind of like weird, like niche heroes, kind of like murky, who don't really fit most roles. So the new roles that they've come out with are tank, bruiser, healer, support, ranged, and melee assassins. So what do you think about those roles?
Man, this is the way now I'm bummed out about my specialist being gone. I wish they could have kept it in some fashion where like they kept it in like a siege role or like a lane role kind of type, but I still love the new role set mostly because of the whole warrior aspect, because I can't tell you how infuriating it is to be in an unranked draft and you're the guy and like, hey guys, we need a tank, and people just see the warrior icon, they see that shield, and they're just thinking, okay, everyone's a tank, and they lock in like a diva or a Rexar or someone who, you know, literally cannot solo tank. That is so unbelievably infuriating. You know, that's the part that I absolutely adore the most about it. And then having stuff where it's like where Medivh is actually considered a support, like he should have been literally all along.
Yes,
that's gonna be really nice. Yeah, that's what he should have been day one, as a support. I mean, it's not like it's out of the ordinary, because you had fucking Tassadar 5 ever as the only support who really couldn't heal, other than like if you took a town at level 4. So, I mean, like, stuff like that is really awesome. Like I said, I'm bummed out that the whole siege role, the specialist type laning thing, they're kind of getting rid of that type of role. I'm bummed out about that, because my heart and soul belongs in the solo lane. But other than that, I love the concept of it, because you're breaking up the warriors currently as how they should be, a tank or a bruiser role. It's also pretty interesting to see where they put the other specialist classes at. Like, to me, you know, like Zul being a bruiser, I thought that was really interesting to see. Same with like Malthael and Ragnaros, that was also interesting. So I'm pretty excited for all that.
Let's talk about the murky and the melee assassin role.
Murky and the melee assassin, yes sir. Yes, sir. That's what I'm talking about. That's gonna be fun.
So Varus also with these changes, assassin. So is Zagara.
True. Yeah, true. That is fair, because both of them can dish out an incredible amount of damage.
I mean, Sylvanas did fucking burn down that tree. She kind of is an assassin.
Now, when it comes to like these changes as well, though, I mean, I definitely think that when this patch like actually drops, we're gonna see a shit ton of buffs, and you know, probably some nerfs too, because you know, as it stands right now, Murky could not fit into that role that they're claiming him to be under. So I do expect like a Murky buff to come in the future because of this, as well as maybe like a health buff for Ragnaros, because like he may be a bruiser, which I kind of get to a point, but at the same time he's like super fucking squish. Like when I play Ragnaros, like he's just squish as shit. You know, I love Zul. Zul's one of my guys, but he's also like, I can see him being in that bruiser role, because like you take those scythe talents, boy, he can stay alive for a while. But I'm expecting probably a buff for him too.
Yeah, well, I feel like a lot of characters will get buffed, and maybe even some nerfs on some areas to make them better suitable for their new roles. But much like when they introduced, or when they nerfed the double support meta, they nerfed every single healer except for Wee, so maybe it'll be something along those lines.
Yeah, that's what I'm expecting too. Overall, I think the role change is very, very much needed. It should have happened a long time ago. They've been talking about it all year.
Yeah, they talked about it last year.
Yeah, they mentioned it like what, an AMA on Reddit or something like
Reddit
that.
AMA.
Yeah. So I mean, it's very much needed. It's gonna help the game for new players and stuff.
Yeah, hopefully. It'll help. It'll help better classify, like we talked about, certain roles.
Yeah, which is unbelievably needed. So what do you think about them Stimpack changes though?
So for all you guys that don't know, as I miss every fucking cue, these Stimpacks are no more. They are now called boosts, and it pretty much functions the same way as a normal Stimpack. So you still get your 100% increased XP and your 150% gold or whatever it is. I'm pretty sure that's the right numbers. But now you also get team benefits. So
yes, sir.
What it does is that if I have a boost and you don't, or whatever, everyone on my team will be getting 5% from my boost that I already have. And the best part about it is it stacks with the enemy team too, so you can have up to 45% increase on
if all 10 of you guys have it.
Yeah, if all 10 people have it, gold and XP is increased by 45% on top of what you're already getting. So, I think that's pretty neat.
I think it's pretty dope. I mean, I don't have a whole lot to say about it other than I think that's cheeky as shit, and I can't wait. Like, I think it's just really cool. It's gonna help level up. It's gonna just help the leveling tremendously. So, I mean, I'm overall super stoked about that.
Speaking of cheeky, that was pretty cheeky.
Oh man,
I was trying to give you that.
That was a bad ult. Well, see, I popped the ult because I didn't think I thought Genji was actually gonna make it there for a second.
Oh no, he was dead. But so while we're talking about balancing and all that stuff, Quick Match is actually getting a change that they've been talking about for a little while as well, and I'm pretty excited.
Much needed.
Considering we've been playing a lot of Quick Match. I do a lot of Quick Match here on the channel just to do the A through Z. We do a lot of Quick Match just to play heroes that we want, because in draft you don't always get to pick what you want. Sometimes you don't get to play Danger Noodle. Sometimes you have to play Muradin or something you don't want to normally play. So in Quick Match they're making it so that your team will always have a tank, a healer, and one ranged, and then 2 positions that'll flex in and out, which I assume it'll just be flexed between melee, ranged, and supports. I would imagine.
And Bruiser.
Yeah, and Bruiser. So
yeah.
Between those 4 roles, I don't think that they would give you 2 supports unless it's just 2 healers. Sorry, I don't think that they're gonna give you 2 healers, but I could be wrong.
You never know. I mean, it is still Quick Match we're talking about.
Yeah, it's just where memes come to breed.
Yeah, yeah, that's where the memes live. Now that's a much needed change, because a great example is literally what they had in the press conference for the What's Next Heroes of the Storm, is where they had a team comp that was 2 assassins and 3 specialists.
Yeah.
I can't tell you the amount of times that we've come into Quick Match and where we had it was just let's say just me and you playing, we didn't have anyone else with us, and you played like a tank and I played like a damage maybe or something, or we both played warrior. Let's go with that. Or we both play warrior. Like I'm a bruiser, you're a tank. We get into the game and we have 3 fucking specialists on our team, and the other team has 3 assassins, and it's just like, what? How is this? What?
It's like, how is this balanced? It doesn't make for a balanced game when the enemy team will be getting much better rolls and everything. When I don't know, looking too good for me. Okay, it's looking better now. Wait, he didn't die from that? That's interesting.
Nope. I think Abathur gave him just enough to live.
That's unfortunate. But with the Quick Match changes, it's going to make the Quick Match a lot more balanced, and probably, by doing that, it makes it more fun. Because I can't tell you how many times I've been super frustrated while we're playing this game because we just get the absolute shaft end of the dick, and they get the good part of the dick. They get the nice tip, and we get the fucking hard shaft.
Now, for the record, I know what everyone might be thinking. They're probably just thinking, like, do you play quick match? Well, like Nick said, we play quick match just like if we want to play a certain champion. Like me, I strictly want to play Mephisto right now because I'm almost level 15 with him. So, you know, I mean, we play unranked quite a bit, but yeah, hey, you just want to go into quick match every once in a while and just kind of just mess around, play Cho'Gall or Vikings or whatever. Just practice a champion, practice a comp.
Yeah, I mean, and you can't really practice a comp properly if you don't get a proper comp to practice with. So,
Right.
It makes it 10 times harder to actually learn the proper ways to do heroes than it does to actually, like, you know, do it the right way the first couple times instead of learning the wrong way and then having to relearn.
Right. Now, one thing that I find interesting and like super disappointing with the everything that they're doing is, honestly, I'm not a huge fan of the XP changes that they're bringing in, and the reason why is because to me, to an extent, it takes away from the solo lane game. You know, it takes away from it. You know, I understand the passive experience was increased and the Merc experience was increased. That's awesome. But I mean, let's talk about the big change of no XP for forts and keeps. That's crazy. Like, that's ridiculous. Ooh, that was close. But it's like, let's see, no experience for the fort and keep. That's disappointing. You get 50% less for towers, and then it's 100% more for mercs, and but you do also get an experience, a 15% increase for passive experience. So it's kind of like a trade-off a little bit. You know, like I said, I'm a little disappointed because by taking away the towers and the fort and keep stuff, it just really takes away from the solo lane. But then again, at the same time, like, I say that as a solo laner, but you know, Nick, you and I can agree to this. When we get into a game and we have a Murky that just strictly pushes, it's quite infuriating because you always have to go answer to him, and that's probably why they're making the changes for cases like that.
That, and I think that they're trying to make it more of a
team fight.
Yeah, it needs to be more team fighting because it's more interesting for the esports if you're watching team fighting than it is to watch two people just like clear a minion wave and then run back to their towers and wait for their team to come up and gank something.
Right.
So I think it's more entertaining to watch for team fights, especially since this is a shorter game.
Sure.
Unlike League of Legends, where it's like 45 minutes of just, you know, wanting to not play that game anymore, and then you end up losing anyway.
Actually, and you know what? What's happening right now with this Abathur at top is a good example of the whole, you have someone just solo laning, you have to go answer it and stuff, but you know, because he's racking up that experience for his team right now. So, you know, they're kind of just trying to take away from that and just focus more on the team fights, which I can see for the reasons that Nick said. It just makes the esports feel just a lot more interesting.
It makes the game more enjoyable if you don't have to spend continuous resources just because some asshole is just going to continuously just do whatever he wants in that bottom lane, and they're going to rack up enough XP because, you know, you get that comeback experience. Oh no. Get that comeback experience. Like, oh no. Oh no.
That was unfortunate.
That was unfortunate.
No, well. But overall, the XP changes, I'm just kind of mixed on it, and I'm just mixed on it as a solo laner at heart. You know, I like my bruisers that can clear a wave. I like my specialists. So, you know, I'm a little bummed out in that aspect. But other than that, you know, I also do enjoy a good team fight.
Right. So, with that, let's talk about the catapults for a minute. Catapults used to only spawn when you would destroy the keeps, which are the innermost structures. They would spawn when you destroy the keeps and the forts, because, you know, they used to spawn just with the keeps. They changed that after Warhead Junction came out, I believe, or sometime around that time, where you could just go back there, nuke the keep, and start getting catapults right away, like 4 minutes in. Absolutely annoying. And I'm pretty sure that they changed that after that. So now you have to kill the fort and the keep in that lane, but no more. Catapults will spawn after every the fort in that lane.
Third wave.
Yeah, they spawn after the fort is destroyed now, which is the outermost structures. and every third wave you can get a catapult. So they're going to, by doing that, they're trying to make it more. They still want that lane to have pressure.
The minions.
Yeah, they want that lane to have pressure, but they don't want to have too much pressure like it has now, where literally catapults go and win games for you because you're going and trying to win the game doing the correct stuff.
I think that's going to be it makes sense because it doubles with the whole experience changes, where they're taking the solo laning abilities kind of away from the player to an extent, but putting it more in the minion waves, so that way you still have the pressure. So I mean, it's a trade-off. All the experience stuff, the catapult stuff, they go hand in hand. It's a trade-off of what you're losing but what you're gaining. So I mean, it'll be interesting to see how that turns out for the game.
Definitely.
Uh-oh. That was a really bad ult on my part.
It's okay, she didn't get any healing off it because I gave her, negative 100 healing from her ult.
Right. Now, jumping over to another interesting topic that a lot of people are pretty hyped for is these rank changes, though.
Yeah, the rank changes that are coming are going to be pretty good, I think. What they've done is they've merged Team League and Hero League into one league, and what that will do for us is to make sure that, one, we get faster queue time, because I know, depending on what time you want to play, you have to sit in, like, Team League queue. Actually, Team League queues haven't been that bad since they've introduced any player size, but I know Hero League queues are always a pain in my ass, because it's like 400 seconds or more, or whatever, you just wait in there, and it's kind of annoying.
Right.
But since they're integrating both, it's getting both the player bases, so you can have more players, and then by doing that, you have more players that are around your actual skill instead of having them fill in random gaps here and there. So it'll make for a better ranked experience. They've also given you MMR, so you see your MMR now instead of having to go to other sites like Hotswogs and stuff, which the MMR there is kind of it's kind of
not always up to date.
They've also reduced the placement games down from 10 to 3, which I think is really good, especially if...
I agree.
10 games is... Honestly, that's like... If each game is... we'll just say an average game is probably about 15 to 20 minutes. This game that we just played, 16 minutes. I've had games recently where it's like 30, 40 minutes. And that, if you do 30 minutes a game, that's what, an hour for 2 games, so 5 hours. So that's like 5 hours of just Team League, or not Team League, placement games. And then that's like, okay guys, I finally got my rank, and then you'll see it and you'll be like, oh wow, that's all I got. Because I know you've been like that before, where you see it and you just get instantly demoralized, and you're like, oh well, I don't want to play this anymore since I didn't get the rank I thought I would get, because you feel like you've invested a lot of time into it, and then you felt like you didn't really get rewarded justly. So like, I think that if you only play like the 3 games, so you play the 3 games, you're not as like emotionally invested into your rank. So it's like, oh no, I got gold 3. Last season I finished gold 1. I got gold 3, but I only played 3 placement games. I'm not too fucked up about it. I'll continue to keep playing.
Right.
So to coincide with that, they actually have taken away the demotion and promotion games.
Thank God.
I don't know about you guys, but it was always like super demoralizing. I know I've used that word. That's the word of the day today. It was on my calendar. So demoralizing when you would sit there and look at your rank. You'd pull up your rank thing. You got home from work today, or your school, or whatever, and you're like, all right, I'm gonna play some ranked, and you just see that the giant flashing red, you're not that good, you're not as good as you think, or whatever it is, that you're feeling when you see the giant flashing red demotion game. Or, vice versa, you see your promotion game, and you get like super nervous, and you're like, what if I don't get a good team? What if I don't get to pick a couple heroes I like? What if someone disconnects? Because I swear to God, I spent like 9 hours one day going back and forth between Gold 1 and Plat 5. I swear to God. Like, I stayed up all night one night doing this, and every time I'd get to a promotion game, we'd lose. Every single time. No matter what. I was like, Jesus H. Christ. So, what are your thoughts on promotion, demotion games and the reduced. I almost said cooldown. The reduced placement game.
Honestly, out of all of the rank changes, the one I'm most, just completely over the top for is the demotion promotion game, because, for me, from my experience, when I get to that demotion game, I just don't want to play anymore. I'm done. Like I was like, I'm done. Which is funny because they did mention that in the press conference. Like when a player gets that demotion game, they stop playing until the next season. There are people that do that, and I'm one of them. Once I get to that point, I'm like, I'm done. I'm done skis. But then like, flip the coin, you get to the promotion game. It's just like you're scared to do it because it's like, what is going to happen? I'm not necessarily nervous for my own play. I'm nervous for all the play around me. And I say that as if I'm like super good. It's not that I'm super good. It's just with my history, every single time I get to that promotion game, like I could have like 4 amazing games in a row with teams that are like in the voice chat. We're all like on the same page. We're rotating together, communicating, and it's absolutely incredible. Like, teams that you wouldn't even think would win, but we just communicate and play so well that our team that you would think would lose based on the team comp, we end up just dominating because we're playing as a team. I go from having like 4 of those in a row to get to my promotion game, and it's like the worst fucking shit game in the world, where it's kind of like I played a game of ranked earlier, and I had my Rhaegar on my team who was dead set determined that he had to solo lane 2 lanes, and he never came to a team fight. Like, I get people like that, and it's just like, shoot me. I don't want to be here anymore. I just want this game to end. Because it's just like, you can't do it. I mean, what you do everything right on your end, but you got one bad apple in the bunch, and it's just like, then everyone starts yelling at each other, and I'm over here just like, guys, this is ranked. I just want to win, please. And we just end up just getting wrecked. I hate demotion games. I hate promotion games because it kind of just kills it. It doesn't matter which one you get to. You're just like, I really just don't want to play this. Everything else in here, I'm really excited for the loss forgiveness because of people DCing. Because it's like, my God, if you have a crap connection, don't play ranked. If you get disconnected from games all the time, whatever, just don't waste our time as people that want to get a good rank and go into rank. Just don't waste our time. But hey, now that loss forgiveness is coming, hey, you can come waste our time. It might not be as bad. The reduced placements is also going to be nice because it's just such a staggering task to get those 10 games out of the way. And honestly, what makes it so bad, if it was like a quick match queue, shit, that'd be no problem. But it's that queue. It's that freaking queue that kills it. Now, like Nick talked about earlier, the team league queue, not that bad. Not since they changed the party sizes. It hadn't been that bad. I like doing me some team league now because of that. But Hero League, man, those queues are just absolutely ridiculous. And so reducing the placements, it's just going to make it a lot better. The show in the MMR, that's going to be cool because, like he said, Hot Slogs is, I swear to God, it takes forever to actually get that thing up to date. I'm not really actually sure about the seasonal rank quest. I really don't know what that's going to entail. I probably wasn't paying attention to that part during the press conference, so I'm just excited to see what that's going to be. But the demotion promotion games, thank God, thank you, Chin, for taking that away. We did. No one wants that. No one wants that anymore. No one wanted it to begin with.
Yes, we all praise Chen here at the Church of Chen following. The seasonal rank quest is actually kind of like what they have now. It's like the end of season rewards kind of thing. So
right.
What you would have to do is you have to do something specific. I don't know what it is. It might be like, win 5 ranked matches or something, or do 500,000 healing in ranked or something like that. I don't know. Something like that. And then at the end of the season you would have fulfilled your quest, and you would get the rewards that you would normally get. Now, I don't know how it's going to be based off of. It's been based off of rank for the last ever. So, they might do it, finish 10 quests, then you get the super awesome mount. or they might not have the super awesome mounts anymore, and everyone gets the same, same shit. I don't know what the deal is. Not with the ranked quest, at least.
Right.
But with all the changes, it's looking like a pretty decent year. There wasn't anything I was like super bummed out about. I know you were pretty bummed out about the specialists and the XP stuff.
Yeah.
But honestly, looking at it, it's not too bad. The role changes I think are good. The
Very excited for that.
Stimpack I didn't expect for them to change because I thought it was just fine the way it was. They just added gravy on top of the biscuits there.
Pretty much.
Quick match changes needed to happen. The XP changes, like I'm not like super like stoked for it, but I'm not stoked for it either. Like I like the fact that it's just more. They're kind of trying to make it more brawly, and by adding 100% more mercs, it incentivizes more characters to actually leave the lane and go do mercs. Because I know at lower ranks, a lot of teams don't even go get mercs for the longest time. And it's quite irritating, actually, because mercenary camps can win you some mother trucking games. And
True.
At lower ranks and in quick match and stuff, people don't understand that. But if those mercs are going to be giving you 100% more XP, honestly, that brings other heroes back into the meta, such as like Illidan and stuff, who can just like go out and jungle an entire game and just grab camps, get a whole bunch of XP for your team. So I'm sure that'll be the way that people play. They'll probably pick up like a like a jungle-esque type hero, as League of Legends would put it, like an Illidan or someone else. Malthael is actually pretty good at taking camps. Someone like
he is.
The catapult changes. It'll be interesting to see, because we've always just had catapults spawn with every wave, so every third wave, it'll be alright. It's definitely going to alleviate pressure and have you not be able to drop everything and go send someone to go deal with the 5 catapults shitting on your core. So that'll be nice. If you have 5 catapults at that point shitting on your core, then you have some more issues than just catapults shitting on your core.
Now, one thing to note about the catapults, though, I don't quote me, but I don't think they actually changed the catapult setup for after you destroy a keep. I think after you destroy a keep, it's still every wave. It's after you destroy a fort, you get every third wave.
Wait, is it?
I think so. But also, with that being said, I don't know if that stacks. I don't know if it's like once you destroy a keep, it's every wave, and then every third you get another, so you get 2 in one wave. I don't know if it's going to work like, I don't know if it's stack or not, but I don't think they changed it where after you destroy a keep, you still get a catapult every wave. I think that's still in place. It's just the whole catapult for every third wave is just after destroying a fort.
I mean, if that's what they're going to do, then I mean, I can see that working out. It would pretty much be the same as it is. Just, once you destroy those forts, since there's not a whole bunch of specialists anymore, there's really almost no incentive to be in a lane besides to get that catapult. Then, I mean, it'll even out eventually. Those minions can push down forts and stuff pretty easily. So
yeah.
One thing we've actually forgot to mention was the armor revamp. So what they did was they kept how the armor is now, but how it is now, you can stack armor on top of one another. So let's say Garrosh has his 10 trait armor, and you're playing Uther. You can sit there and heal him and give him however much more armor on top of what he already has. I mean, Yrel has been able to just jump to her allies and give them 25 or 30 armor, and it stacks with other stuff that gives armor. So now they've made it so that you only get the highest level of armor. So if Garrosh had the 10 armor, and then Uther heals him and gives him 20 armor, and he'll get the 20 armor but then lose the 10, so it doesn't stack anymore. And that's been like that for movement speed in this game for the longest time. So that'll be good.
Yeah.
Definitely gets rid of that annoying aspect of armor stacking. I know I've seen a lot of professional players do like the Yrel armor plus whoever armor plus Tassadar armor plus, and pretty much like 3 people on their team can just walk around with 75 armor. Like, good luck killing me.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, that'll be pretty good. We've pretty much talked about everything, but we have one more thing to talk about, and that is the newest hero and what your thoughts on Orphea are. So,
Um.
as I say, what?
Well, first off, I I definitely like the fact that some people actually don't like this, and I understand why, because it's the concept of what Heroes of the Storm is supposed to be. But I actually do like the fact that it is an original character from the Nexus comics, and that it's not just another character from one of the universes, because Heroes of the Storm is built like a Super Smash Brothers, where it's just the all-star game of Blizzard characters in MOBA format. That's what Heroes is. So I understand to a point where people don't like the fact that you have a Heroes original character coming to the game. But I mean, now I'm one technical cheeky little bitch, so if you want to get technical, he's not a real character. He's not a real character. I mean, if you just want to get completely technical, she's not a real character. Just getting technical. I mean, obviously they're classes in the game, but these characters, Zool, Nazebo, Sonya, they're not real characters. Just to get technical, because I'm a cheeky little bitch. But I think it's cool that they're actually creating an original character. She looks fun. I mean, I'm definitely looking forward to playing her. She looks like she's gonna be a little bitch.
Yeah, pretty much. Yeah, like you said, a lot of people absolutely are not having any part of this, and honestly, we all kind of knew it was going to come.
True.
Especially since they've been doing the Nexus comics and she's been featured in there. And she's interacted with fucking Deckard Cain. So, I
Yep.
mean, it's just like, okay, well, this is going to happen at some point. Now, they can't really do anything with the other characters, I don't think, because they're like, like map leaders or whatever. Like, I don't think they'd ever introduce the Raven Lord or the
Yeah.
Lady of Thorns. I mean, they could give Medivh a Raven Lord skin. I think that'd be okay.
Oh, that'd be great. I would love that. I don't even play Medivh. I would love that.
Something like that, but they're not going to incorporate them. Now, Orphea's just some random character they just made up. They're like, hey, fuck it, let's try it. And in their statement, they actually said that they were thinking about making more Nexus-based heroes. So that's always something to look forward to. I don't, always know, you never know what Blizzard's going to pull out of the hat there. Especially the HOTS team. The HOTS team is actually really good about knowing what their community wants, and they work pretty diligently and hard to make sure that we get at least something that we want that year. Like Kel'Thuzad. Kel'Thuzad was a really highly requested hero, and every week, every month that they would release a hero, everyone in the comment section would bitch. They'd be like, "Where's Kel'Thuzad? Ha ha ha!" So there's Kel'Thuzad, and like that's people ask for these heroes, and then they don't realize how long it takes to make these heroes, which is why they went from having one hero a month. Now, I did like that because it was very predictable and it was very great. But
Yep.
on the flip side of that, I could see where it could be quite a challenge for like your character design team and your development team, the art team, and all of them. So it's easier to just do like a hero and then an event, a hero and an event, or a hero and a rework. So, speaking of which, reworks. Sylvanas is getting a rework. You heard it here first, folks. I
True.
called it. I've been saying it for weeks. I said Sylvanas is getting a rework. Ever since they changed her trait to only work on auto attacks, I'm like, she's getting a rework. I'm super stoked about that. Did not see the Stitches one coming at all. That one was just like straight out of like left field.
Left field. Man, people are pissed about it too.
It's not like on PTR or anything, is it?
I don't think so, but I was reading the comments during the live stream, and they're like, "No, don't touch him. He's fine."
I mean, Stitches isn't bad. He's like, they could make him better, but they could hell of a lot make him worse. So he's just one of those characters that's just there. He's not really ever, I mean, they pick him up sometimes in pro play for like cheeky plays, but that's not it.
Yeah.
But back to Orphea. So I got sidetracked with the reworks, but yeah, she's gonna be a ranged assassin. Should be pretty interesting. Her kit is very unique. Definitely something. I'm honestly kind of bummed we didn't get like another hero at least. You know, I knew that wouldn't come out soon, but I'm like really pushing for Imperius or Reinhardt to come out. That'd be great.
I want Winston.
I know you want Winston, but no one wants Winston except you.
That's not true. Everyone wants Winston.
Now, everyone wants Blackthorn.
That's fucking true.
I think Rock and Roll Racers has more votes than Winston.
Correct.
But I'm pretty sure that's everything that happened for at least the Heroes of the Storm panel. The video's gone on for quite a while, so I'm gonna wrap this up if you don't mind.
Go right ahead, sir.
Well, that's gonna do it for today, guys. Be sure to check out Alex's channel at Legacy Media Company or Legacy Media Co. Excuse me. You know, the links are in my descriptions on all my videos. Be sure to like him on all his stuff. Check him out on Castbox and all that good stuff. You can search for that. We do podcasts there all the time. You can always check out my channel. Drop subs for everyone. Drop likes. Tell us what you're looking most forward to, and we're pretty interactive. We like to talk back with our audience. So, Alex, would you like to leave anything before we get off?
Hashtag Winston for Hots.
Well,
2019.
That's not going to happen. Then, I want you to clip this, and then when it happens...
When it does.
when it does happen...
Oh, I will.
So, we're actually going to be trying to maybe do more Nexus news, probably maybe once a week, once every 2 weeks or so. It'll probably come out probably on Saturdays. That's probably going to be the easiest time. We haven't really talked about it. I'm kind of just making this up. So, Alex, I'm thinking about doing this every week or two, and it's going to come out on Saturdays.
That's fine. We can just play a game and do it.
So, we are also going to be starting our Zeno quest to be the best Cho'Gall players. So,
true.
That's something to look forward to on the channel. The A through Z finishes this month. Kind of sad, but it's got to happen eventually. So, we got to
rest in peace.
We got to fill up more content for the channel. So, Zeno quest to be the best, Nexus news, and all sorts of other coverage videos. And I think that'll do it for today. Thanks for being here. Thanks for co-hosting the first episode with us, or with me.
Hey.
I don't know why I said us. It's just me. So, thanks all for watching. Hopefully you enjoyed our game. I think we spent more time on this loading screen than actually playing. So,
true.
Hopefully you enjoyed our sexy voices, and we will be sure to see you here next time in a week or two. We'll go over some new stuff, new developments, and maybe we'll even get the PTR of Orphea and a couple of reworks maybe. So, till then, see you.